Hey, happy 2018, folks. I want to show you today the Blu-ray slash DVD haul that I did back in 2017. So it's like a year-end review kind of a thing. Um, this is not a huge Blu-ray pickup I did. I picked up about, I guess, 10, 15 Blu-rays. Some of them standalone, some of them part of a set. A couple of steelbooks. I'm not, again, I'm not one of these folks that has like 7 or 8, 10 pickups every month for the whole year. I just don't do that. I mean, more power to them. If that's their hobby, hey, cool for them. But I'm just not like that. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is Jaws. I've had this on VHS, I've had it on DVD, and now I have it on Blu-ray. A great thriller, very suspenseful, and it's also a great sea adventure story. I love this. Great acting, good directing by Steven Spielberg. And the next one is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. This is a beautiful steelbook, and it's a very good movie. I do like these Planet of the Apes reboots. I think they're really good. So I'm really happy to have this in my collection. I'm a big James Bond fan. Okay, so I picked up this steelbook. It's the Casino Royale steelbook. Daniel Craig's first movie, first film as James Bond. I'm not crazy about his other movies, to be quite honest with you. But this one is it's a very nice steelbook. It has the main title images on the steelbook case. It's really cool. The next one I want to show you is the Sean Connery collection, Volume 1. It's all his James Bond films, his first 3 James Bond films. It has Dr. No, From Russia with Love, and Goldfinger. 3 of my favorite Bond films of his. I'm not crazy about the other ones that do come in Volume 2. But this one is a really, really nice selection of his movies, of his first 3 movies. Okay, and the other one I have is Roger Moore's Volume 1. His first 3 films, Live and Let Die, Man with a Golden Gun, and The Spy Who Loved Me. My 3 favorite Moore movies. The other ones, I'm not crazy about. They're in Volume 2. Okay, next up I want to show you is the Godfather trilogy. It's the Coppola restoration, where Francis Ford Coppola went in and restored the movies, and he gave them this reddish tint, which I really didn't notice, to be quite honest with you. But this it's all 3 movies, including supplements. Now, this I bought on Amazon, okay, and I thought it was going to be the thinner case with the flipper discs, the trays, and instead I got this huge box with 4 individual cases. You got the 3 movies plus supplements in their own cases. But what this is actually, it's the British version, because you see that number 15 there in that white circle? That's a British rating, film rating. So on the Amazon page, they were selling the American one, but instead I got this. I wasn't crazy about it, and the big problem with this is, which I found out a few weeks ago, is that the aspect ratio here is not what it is on the American one. On the American one, you do get the full 185 aspect ratio. On this one, I think it's 175. I think that's how it is. I don't know, but it's smaller. And you notice that because when you see it on TV, you don't have the black bars on the top or the bottom. And I remember I used to have the DVD of this, of Godfather 1. And I remember in the funeral scene where Michael and Tom Hagen are sitting next to each other, there is this reddish image that appears of this face on top of them. It's a problem with the camera or something. Something happened. But I think it was a face of the actress that played Mama Corleone, and her face looks red. And it does not appear here. So I think that's because in the DVD that I had, you did get the full aspect ratio, and you did see that. But here you don't, because that's been cut off. I was kind of disappointed when I found this out a few weeks ago, and I guess I could have sent it back, but I got this back in May, so it's been a while. So they're not gonna take it back. All right, I'm a big Universal Monster fan, and I've always loved those movies since I was a kid. And I got the Frankenstein Legacy Collection. This features the 8 movies that the monster appeared in. Frankenstein from 1931, Bride of Frankenstein, a classic, a masterpiece, Son of Frankenstein, The Ghost of Frankenstein, plus some Monster Mash movies. Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, and a really good one, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. Awesome. This has like multiple discs. It features Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein in their own discs, and the other movies they do share space with the other movies, except for Abbott and Costello. That one has its own disc as well. Next up is The Wolfman, a movie that I had never seen before until a few months ago. I don't know why. Maybe I did as a kid. I just don't remember it. But a very good film, and I liked it so much that I bought the Blu-ray. I bought this Blu-ray because of the cover of they're using the poster art, and I do intend to collect the other ones. That's why I have Dracula, another good movie, and it has that beautiful poster art from 1931. This is a really good movie. I like this movie. Some people tend not to like it that much. I can see why. Look, when you first see the movie, at least the first few times, you tend to say, well, it's okay. But the more you see it, the more you do like the movie. It does drag a bit, okay? The first half is really intense, really good. But the middle parts, it just, it drags. But it's a very good film. I do like it. I watch it every now and then. All right, I'm a big Star Trek fan of the original series. And this year, I got this box set. It's Star Trek TOS, the original series, all 79 episodes in both the new special effects and the original special effects. That was really cool that they gave you that option. Not like Star Wars, but they do it here. I also got the movies that the original cast was in. It's a box, well, not a box set. It's a set. It's Star Trek: The Original Motion Picture Collection. It has all 6 films in the flipper trays. That's really cool. I love this, and they're all in their original theatrical release versions. There's no special editions, no director's cut. It's the movies as they appeared in theaters when they were first released. See that poster behind me? Oh yeah. I'm a big Beatles fan, and this year I bought a few DVDs related to the Beatles. First one up I got was The Ed Sullivan Show Presents the Beatles. This features the 4 shows that they appeared in, 3 in February of 1964 and 1 in September of 1965. This gives you the entire show, so you're going to see the other acts that performed that night. Plus, you have a section where you just see the Beatles perform. If you don't want to see the whole show, they give you that option. That's really cool. Next up is the Beatles Anthology. This came out back in 1994 on ABC. This was released in 2001, but they don't make this on Blu-ray. In fact, I don't even think they make these for now, at least. It has 5 cases. There are 8 episodes plus a special features disc. So if you want to see the entire history of the Beatles, it's right here. It interviews Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, and George Harrison, plus other folks that were involved with them, like producer George Martin. So it's really cool. A lot of information here. A lot of great concert clips. You see their concert in 1964 in Washington, D.C., and the one that they played at Chase Stadium in 1965. So it's really cool to have this if you're a Beatles fan. You can get this on Amazon for like $40 or something like that. That's how much I paid for it. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Please leave a comment if you like this video, and subscribe to my page. All right, I'll catch you later.